Hello. Checking everyone's there. All should be. How's it going, Guardian? You alright? Excellent stuff. I'm actually just found out today that I'm gonna get a new PC is on the way. So over the next month, I'm pretty much gonna be rebuilding my PC. I'm getting a better CPU, getting a better everything essentially. But what that means is, unfortunately, with me rebuilding the PC, I have to reinstall Windows, I have to reinstall all my games, and Origins has a load of mods on it, and I can't just port that over to a new thing, unfortunately. So, it'll mean I have to rush this Let's Play, so we're probably going to have to go almost every night until I get the new PC for me to get it done. I might not even get it done. Such a large game, you know? But we'll see. We'll try our best. I'd say I've got about a month. I've got about a month. I should be able to do it. What's in here? 6 coins. Brilliant.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
It takes more than a few Darkspawn to kill me.
Duncan's dead. The Grey Wardens. Even the King. They're all dead. Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
Who cares who she is? We need to do something now.
We need to bring Loghain to judgment. Why would he do this?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
We should contact the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Kaelin already summoned them. They'll come if they can, but I expect Loghain has already taken steps to stop them. We must assume they won't arrive in time.
What could the Turn hope to gain by betraying the king?
The throne? He's the Queen's father. Still, I can't see how he'll get away with murder.
You speak as if he would be the first king to gain his throne that way. Grow up, boy.
If Al-Eamon knew what he did, he would never stand for it. The Landsmeet would never stand for it. There would be civil war.
Al-Eamon? Is this someone important?
I suppose. Al-Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Keeping in mind that Logan was also an honourable man.
The Jarl would never do what Tan Logain did. I know him too well. I still don't know if Jarl Eamon's help would be enough. He can't defeat the Darkspawn horde by himself.
Sure, there are other allies we can call on.
Of course! The treaties! Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Jarl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Hi Dave, El Cid's amazing, mate. Do you know, in Crusader Kings 3, if you play as the Kingdom of Castile, one of your knights is El Cid. So you can actually, like, he's way overpowered as a knight, he just kills fucking everybody. And yeah, she can turn into one of the biggest threats in the game, but I've never had any problem, because I basically make the party to be dragon killers. That's basically what they are. It's what they do. As long as there's some profit in it.
If there is better motivation for doing what is right, I have yet to see it.
It's always been the Grey Warden's duty to stand against the Blight. And right now, we're the Grey Wardens.
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
We're going, old woman. Don't push us.
Such a tone to take with your rescuer. What short memories. Now, before you go,
Did you just say
there
short?
is yet one more thing I can offer you.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
It is always funny when Morrigan's, like, caught out. What makes you think we want her?
Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the horde.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
She better be as useful as you say.
Oh, she is. You could use some magic, and my Morrigan's as cunning as a root lizard.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens. Do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
We don't need her help.
Let her guide you out of the wilds. If you truly do not desire her help after that, simply tell her so.
She could just as easily lead us into Darkspawn, you know?
I could just as easily have left you to them. Morrigan will not fail you.
Allow me to get my things, if you please. I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
No, I prefer you speak your mind.
Haha, you will regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
I just Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
Get over yourself, Alistair.
If you worry that I will summon demons and transform into an abomination, I assure you I will at least wait until you are not looking.
I feel better already.
Actually, I do have some questions.
I may have answers. Ask.
Are you really, the old woman's daughter?
'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
Just difficult to imagine her,
Young? Married? Pregnant? Who said she was any of these things? I certainly did not.
You ever been outside the wilds?
From time to time. I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
I think I've always thought it's kind of like The Witcher, where they use magic to just keep it on all times, so that they look amazing. Is that all you want?
What I want is to see mountains. I wish to witness the ocean and step into its waters. I want to experience a city rather than see it in my mind. So, yes, this is what I want. Actually, leaving is harder than I thought, however. Perhaps Mother is right. It must simply be done quickly.
Tell me about this village to the north.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your imperial highway where travellers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
Is there any reason to go to Lothering then?
I mention it for its tavern, where travellers gather with news from other places. 'Tis small enough that our appearance might go unnoticed. Beyond that, 'tis close, and I know the way.
Are we going to get past the Darkspawn?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
That's not reassuring.
We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
The Darkspawn are camped further in the forest.
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated.
Dave, that's exactly the feeling I got from Dragon Age 2 that I was trying to think. Yeah, it's like the Krull movie. It's like a bad Conan movie. I mean, there was only one good one, but like there's, you know, yeah, that's exactly the feeling Dragon Age 2 had. What skills do you have exactly?
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
Excellent. You'll at least be at sort of some use.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking.
I've no more questions.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah!
'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the Blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
The one good thing about playing a character like this who just doesn't give a shit about anyone is being able to skip a lot of dialogue where other people get snippy with you just for asking questions. One of the things that really winds me up about playing decent characters is that, you know, normally I'd go back and talk to Flemeth now to get a bit more information out of her. But if you look at this, these quests that you're getting are huge. They're massive quests. Hit the load the ring first.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most... fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banorn will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
I've never seen this pit before. What's this? He barks like a poodle.
Twisted creatures!
Damn it.
What can I do?
Just pet him.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
Yeah. Always wanted a dog like this. Maybe it's meant to be. French. Yeah.
Now's better than later.
Oh, more stuff over here.
Got it.
Can I get a, Did, son of a bitch. Oh, you do get tanked. Hey, Clockwork, how's it going, man? I know he's not Dave. No, you know, I know what you mean. It's not Rimmer though. Alistair's played by like a B movie actor. I know who he is. He's been on like Dexter and stuff.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. Led by a dwarf, oddly enough.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
You should listen to your friend. We're not refugees.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Henrik. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
You're toll collectors then.
Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it?
Perhaps you should charge more then.
You want to pay more? Well, we'll happily accept donations.
I'm just saying it's rough business for such a pittance.
I could be mistaken, but that sounded threatening.
Sounded like a threat to me.
Interesting, because you seem a bit outnumbered.
It's hard to be outnumbered by common thugs.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
Certainly try.
Well, this is going nowhere. Let's finish this, gents.
Yeah!
Alright then. Oh, Pommel. Almost strike it.
We surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all.
Shoddy operation's pathetic. I could do better.
Right. I guess so. I'm sorry.
I want some questions answered.
Well, what could I tell you? We aren't even from these parts.
What exactly have you been doing?
Well, watching for folks fleeing from the south. Chasing from the wilds and farmholders, mostly. There aren't soldiers here anymore, so we help ourselves. We try not to hurt anyone too much.
I like the encounters. I think what the game's built on, mostly. What's going on in Lothering?
It's packed full. The band took his men north with Teyrn Loghain, so there's no one looking out for it except a few Templars at the Chantry. Well, I was just trying to feed my family, you know?
I've heard about the survivors from the battle.
Couple, maybe. A group of wounded Ash Warriors came by earlier. Got right out of their way.
Oh, that's what you mean, Dave. Right. What news have you heard?
Everyone's saying how the Grey Wardens betrayed the king during the Darkspawn fight. Got him and themselves killed. Teyrn Loghain pulled out just in time. First thing he's doing as regent is putting a bounty on Grey Wardens.
I'm done asking questions.
Well then, let me go!
You'll follow my lead. I could use some soldiers.
What are you joking, right? I could never be a soldier.
Or you can die. Your choice.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Yeah, you are. Right in the balls. Guys, are you going to back me up sometime today? Like...
I am your death.
All right, all right.
Surveyor, huh? I love how for all that robbing, they've got like a trigger and like a few health potions.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
I never got that view up too. Like a guy comes over and says, well, you can follow me. I mean, he could always follow you, then just like escape later on, run away. He just goes, no, I guess I'll just die. You immediately just chop his head off. Just get to the point.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
We should try use these treaties, I assume.
I agree. Have you looked at them?
What do you mean?
The treaties, the ones we got from Flemeth. With these, we will be able to ask for assistance. Maybe even raise an army. There are 3 main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Is there a way to contact the Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
Why are you leaving it up to me?
Well, I don't know where we should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Now that is unsurprising.
Arleman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it.
Why do you think... What do you think we should do, Morrigan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Then we need to find these people.
I can give you directions, if you like.
Where do we find Arleman?
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
Alright. Where will we find the Dalish Elves? Oh God, like I'm swearing. Elves.
If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully they will still be there.
Vyorp, you're going to be disappointed. I'm going to end up banging her. Not been there. No. Where do we find the Circle of Magi?
That will be at their tower on Lake Carlenhard to the north. We'll be looking for the first enchanter, whoever that is.
Where would Loghain be exactly?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
I've been exiled from Orzammar. I can't go back there.
You're going to have to. I certainly wouldn't want to go there alone.
Why? Would it frighten you? Are you afraid of dark and sunken places?
I mean, we won't have any choice. You'll be there under Grey Warden business, and the dwarves will just have to see reason.
They certainly are renowned for an abundance of reason, 'tis true.
How do we get to Orzammar from here, exactly?
You don't know where Orzammar is?
He doesn't know how to find it on the surface, fool. He has never been here before.
If you follow the west road around Collinhard Lake into the mountains through Gerland's Pass, from there I expect you'd know the way.
Right, don't need any more directions.
Then you have a plan.
Let's get going.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
I love the little dialogue that it has.
We don't see many dwarves in these parts. You here to trade?
Not every dwarf is a merchant, you know.
Yeah, and my Aunt Fanny's an Orlesian chevalier. You working with a fella by the bridge?
There's a dwarf by the bridge.
Not a dwarf, a merchant. Gouging folks by charging a fortune for the basics. They shouldn't have come here with nothing, I guess.
I have some questions.
Can't promise I'm gonna answer them.
What's going on here?
What isn't? We got chastened barbarians in every farmholder south of Callanhard running from the Darkspawn. Not that they'll be safe here with the army gone.
Who's in charge of the village?
You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars.
You don't have a ruling lord?
He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not going to be much left when he returns, if he returns.
Were those bandits always outside the village?
Were? You mean they're gone?
I'll take that as a thank you.
Well, goody for you. Now there's no one to drive off the blighted refugees. Sir Brian'll be glad, though. He's been talking about offering a reward for anyone who'd run them out.
I should go.
Don't let me stop you.
Well, felt like Commander Shepard there.
Stop looking at me, mongrel. I have nothing you want. Why do you keep staring at me so, you flea-ridden beast? Can you not tell when you are not wanted? I enjoy company of creatures of the wild, not stench-ridden domesticated wolves. And he persists. Maddening!
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you, there's none to be found. Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
What do you mean?
We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend.
That's what I kind of like about Dragon Age, though, guys, is that it's quite a... In a normal setting, the people are like, oh, thank you for driving off the bandits, hero. Here is all of our love and all of our... No, in Dragon Age, they're like, what? Oh, we could have done with those to drive off all the other poor twats who keep trying to take all of our stuff. You know, it's realistic. It used to be, anyway. Out of my way.
I'll not turn you away. We just ask that you don't bring more problems here. People are frightened.
It's just a guess, but I'm thinking everyone in Lothering is aware of the approaching Darkspawn horde.
Beat your face.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Get rid of the tiny part and I'll consider it.
Haha, I'm not the only one with some business sense.
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
All of these cretins would do the same. Can you beat that offer, sister?
You want me to bid against him? We don't have that kind of coin.
What do I get if I help you? Let me spell it out.
We have nothing to offer but our gratitude.
It's time for you to go, isn't it?
You would actually do the bidding of this evil little man.
Absolutely. Off you go.
Fine. May your heartlessness bring you exactly what you deserve.
A fine sentiment, if I've ever heard one.
You're so nice. I bet you make allies everywhere you go.
Ha! Serve that wench right. You have my thanks. And 100 silvers, yes?
I really want to. The chat has spoken. I hear you're making a killing. Me too.
What? Help! Someone?
Just no one comments.
Ah, the Chantry Board. Yes, let us run errands for the betterment of mankind as well as a few coppers.
Look at your face. I'm not gonna sell all this. Is that the Chantry or is it? I'll come back to that.
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, my hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
And that's another thing I really like about it, Dave, is that there's no good-evil meter. It's, people just react to what you do. So different, like, factions, different people will react to how you're treating people and what you're doing. You'll even get reputations with different people as you're going through the game, considering what you've been doing, what you haven't been doing. Yeah. There's no meter, good or evil meter. Like you're not going to become like deformed or anything. But your companions and a lot of other people will react to your reputation. You can't even get companions to leave you for good. Greetings. I've had enough of your human nonsense.
What do you need?
Don't mind.
And Andraste came unto them, saying, though the danger great, the
Kill bandits. Do that. We
mountain
need money.
high have faith, for the Maker listens and smiles.
I don't like this. Have you seen my mother?
Beat it.
Nobody will help me find her. Why can't I find her?
You ate my entire bag of herbs, you foolish dog. Do not think I am unaware of where it went. It is your own fault for being so entirely gluttonous. Several of those herbs were poisonous. You should be pleased they did not kill you. Do not be ridiculous. I am certainly not going to give you more, even if I did have more to give. Oh, you have some nerve, creature. And your breath leaves much to be desired. Off you go. We shall see. I promise nothing.
I want to go home.
So Terran Loghain is the new regent? Isn't that a good thing?
I heard that he may have had something to do with the king's death.
But I thought Darkspawn killed the king. That doesn't make any sense.
It's probably political nonsense. We'll be lucky if they don't burn down the entire country fighting over the throne.
Right, so do I have anything better than what I've got? Not really. Right, I can sell all this then. I love...
Well,
oh.
look what we have here, men. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Loghain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about a dwarf by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen one.
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there is no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
Looks like they want to fight, and I'm happy to oblige.
Right, let's make this quick.
Something is
Defend yourself! You should try
Oh, this
All
should
right,
be good.
you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
I see the two animals are chatting. The Grey Wardens didn't betray King Caelan, Loghain did.
I was there. The turn pulled us out of a trap.
You really are blind.
Please wait!
They have surrendered. They were no match for you. Let them be.
No.
Now's
You
better than
forced
later.
our hand.
battle
It's your time to die!
And I don't like this part.
Good job.
Where have you got these
I
sacks?
apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
So I see. When did you learn to fight like that?
I wasn't born in the Chantry, you know. Many of us had more colorful lives before we joined. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
You can call me Ansgar if you must.
Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened, you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
Why so eager to come with me?
The Maker told me to.
Why should I care what your god wants?
He is not just my god. The Maker has love for all. I know you may not believe, but I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Feel sorry for the people, help them here.
Then what? What happens when the Horde comes? It will follow anywhere we flee until all we know is destroyed.
I need more than prayers, I'm afraid.
I can fight. I can do more than fight. As I said, I was not always a lay sister. I put aside that life when I came here. But now, if it is the Maker's will, I will take it up again. Gladly. Please let me help you.
Very well. Won't turn away help when it is offered. Plus, redheads.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
We should still have the dog?
Indeed.
Yes, we do. Good. They immediately turn to bones. You the barman?
I heard what you did with the other merchant. Got what he deserved. Because I still don't have food to sell.
Know of any well-paying work in Lothering?
Check the Chanter's board by the Chantry. There's good jobs there. I don't suppose you know anything about Poison?
Poison?
Yes, that's right, poison. I've got some traps around the place. I've heard that poison hurts them beasties just as good as anybody else.
That's a harebrained idea if I ever heard one.
That's what Elder Miriam said. But it's my coin and my land. I just want to rest a little easier at night.
What if some refugee triggers your trap?
Well, then those bleeding sad salts should stay off my land, eh? Besides, these days, any folk out at night is more than like to slit your throat. Can you make poison or not?
No.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
Hmm. Bliss. Yep. Yep. But. Yep. Yep. Right now. These. Female will keep, that will keep, that will keep. Get rid of. Okay. Cool. That on.
As I live and breathe, you're the Grey Warden everyone's been talking about.
Is there something I can do for you?
I represent the Blackstone Irregulars. We're a mercenary company that fell on hard times after the war with Orlais. I'm sure you know that times are getting worse every day. With your help, the Irregulars could be of use to Ferelden once more.
Why should I help you?
The Blackstone Irregulars fought alongside the King's army against Orlais. We've helped nobles defend their land and given our service to people in need for generations. Our current captain, Raelnor, is an honorable man who sees that we can do some good in Ferelden once more. He is so confident in our mission that he trusted the Grey Wardens would support us.
All right.
Our leaders thought you might be willing to help. Each of our posts in Ferelden will contain letters addressed to you. Unlike most who work with us, you're getting letters straight from Raelnor and Tauran, our leaders. I hope this tells you how highly the Irregulars regard the Grey Wardens.
I'll take a look.
Thank you. When you've completed a mission, just return to me or any of our members stationed at an Irregulars post. We'll make sure your efforts are rewarded. Maker's blessings light your path.
Mm-hmm. See anything interesting? Trent returns what looks to be a 100-year-old bottle of wine. Dust still clings to it. Sweet.
I'll get on it.
Those are people we need to find, and those are also people we need to find.
All right, all right.
Did you speak to that knight yesterday? Said he was from Redcliffe.
He talked to everyone in the tavern. How are we supposed to know where the urn of sacred ashes is? Might as well ask us how to get to the moon.
He said that all the Redcliffe knights were looking for.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, Dave, yeah.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps?
What do you want to make traps for?
Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps.
Why don't you just buy some?
None to be had. Barlin has all the traps in the village in his fields.
Walden has poison traps on his land?
Ah, he doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit Eccentric.
Sorry, I can't make traps.
I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
Oh, nice girl. Always like it when they piss off after a while and they don't bother you anymore.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of.
But what?
Lothering's full up with refugees. Might be space in Alison's barn. Speak up.
I'm not a refugee, I'm a Grey Warden.
A Grey Warden, are we? Did I mention I'm the bleeding queen of Ferelden? I'm no young skirt looking for a tumble, or some elder you can bully. Looks like you can fend for yourself tonight.
Okay. I know she had a quest, but...
How dare you accuse me of thievery? Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never stoop to petty theft. You marsh folk are all thieves and liars.
Enough! People here are already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows.
But what about my food?
I said enough!
Shokkebate. Arade starit, merade twasit, abana kyun, maras shokra, ananne sam kyun.
The size difference.
You aren't one of my captors.
I remember the revered mother mentioning this man. She called him a savage from the far north.
I have nothing to say that would amuse a dwarf. Leave me in peace.
What are you?
A prisoner. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
Yeah, it's like, why? Are you a refugee? He's there with like this massive sword and there's a canary.
If you haven't heard of us, that is your own shortcoming. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
What did you do to end up in there?
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
Are you guilty?
Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now.
If you feel guilty about the murder, why did you do it? By the way, prepare for the greatest line in gaming history. You ready? Here we go.
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
That's why I love this game. The writing is amazing. Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret. And there's so much tied up in that one line that it's just absolutely superb. And it actually makes you feel a lot better. Like when I was playing this when I was, you know, I think I was about 20. You know, I was having breakups and things like that, and even after that, like in 2018, I was having such a bad time 2 years ago, before I met my wife, and lines like that just make you feel better. It's like, yeah, you know, like, yeah, you make mistakes, and, you know, things go wrong, but either you've had an enviable memory or a pitiable life. A pitiable life means your life hasn't done anything. If you've got no regrets. You've got to have regrets for it to have any meaning, which is what he's saying, which is, yeah, and that's the cue in that one sentence. I love it. Are you... well, who did you murder?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
It is pretty weird view, but again, he's a Canary, and you will get to understand why he thinks this way as it goes. That's horrible.
I agree.
Capturing you must have been difficult.
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders.
You didn't resist capture?
I waited for several days until the knights arrived.
Why?
Because I wished to.
What an odd thing to do.
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
Okay, so you regretted what you've done, okay. How long have you been in there?
20 days now. I shouldn't last much longer, another week at most.
That's a long time to live without food or water.
Compared to your kind, maybe.
Are you interested in seeking atonement?
Death will be my atonement.
So you would rather die?
I would prefer to die in battle, but my choices have been made.
You could help me defend the land against the Blight.
The Blight? Are you a Grey Warden, then?
I am.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Want to say something about my height? Would the Veered Mother let you go free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance. It seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
I'll leave you for now.
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the...
Silence, woman.
So, let me get this straight. You were a cloistered sister?
You must have been a brother before you became a Templar, no?
I never actually became a Templar. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens before I took my final vows.
Do you ever regret leaving the Chantry?
No, never. Do you?
Yes. You may not believe it, but I found peace there. The kind of peace I've never known.
It used to get so quiet at the monastery that I would start screaming until one of the brothers came running. I would tell them that I was just checking. You never know, right?
No, I never did anything like that. I enjoyed the quiet.
Suit yourself. The look on their face was always priceless.
Let's put some armor on there, shall we? Da-da-da. No, I don't want chainmail gloves. That's ridiculous. And...
There is no hope! The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts. Please, you're scaring the children. Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us. This man bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him?
Watch where you throw accusations, fool.
Please stop! Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us!
Don't be a fool. Darkspawn can be defeated.
No! I have seen them! You cannot run! You cannot fight!
Standing around and shouting won't save you.
There is nothing to do! No hope is left!
Would you cluck like a chicken when you do that?
Are you calling me a coward?
I know dogs made of sterner stuff than you. In fact, I have one right here.
I am shamed. But the monsters will take you all! The blackness will come!
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
There's always hope. Muster your courage.
Our courage? But there's nothing we can do.
Do all humans give up so easily? How sad.
Then, what shall we do? We must try to go north somehow.
Idiot.
There's word of darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde. We are the only hope of protection this village has now, and I will not abandon them. That is all. May the Maker have mercy on us.
You knight sure do like wearing dresses, don't you?
I see you have returned, sister. I thought you had left the Chantry for good.
I have, Sir Bryant.
And who is the gentleman with you, if I might ask?
You can call me Ansgar.
I am Sir Bryant, commander of Lothering's remaining Templars. You don't seem like the other refugees. Are you one of Arl Eamon's knights?
Ah, sieve you up. Huh? He thought I was a knight. I mean, I don't look like a knight, I'm a dwarf, but, you know. Do many of his knights come here?
Some have in recent days. Arl Eamon has fallen ill, and his knights are on a quest for the sacred urn filled with Andraste's ashes, said to cure any malady. He must be very ill if they chase miracles as the only cure. One of the Arl's knights, Sir Donnell, is here searching for fantasies while... Never mind. Ask him if you care about this foolishness.
Things seem very dire in the village.
They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed. Now, unless there's something else you need.
About those bandits outside the village.
Maker's breath, how many times must we drive them off?
Don't bother you again, I killed them.
All of them? By yourself?
It's true. I saw it from my post. It was over so fast, we didn't even have time to get over there.
Sad that it needed to come to that. But then they asked for it. Will you accept a small reward for your service?
I could keep an eye out for trouble for the right pay.
I wish I could afford such help, to be truthful. Take your reward, at any rate. It is all I have to offer. If it interests you, there is a Chanter's board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need.
I'm hoping you can help me. I'm a Grey Warden.
I see. That is certainly worthy of notice. Tern Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the King's death. You know this, I hope.
The Grey Wardens did no such thing.
I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tern claims. But either way, there it is. It is best you not linger, though. Just in case.
Is there any help you can offer?
I cannot openly help you, I fear, but... Here, take this key. It opens the large cabinet on the far wall. There is more there than we can carry when we evacuate, so take what you need.
Alright.
If the matter is important, certainly.
Have you heard any recent news?
Other than the Darkspawn horde bearing down on us, none of it is good. Tern Loghain is set to declare himself king, I hear. Disaster piled on disaster.
What do you mean?
Tern Loghain has no legitimate claim on the throne. He may be a hero, and his daughter may be queen, but he is a commoner, and the king's corpse is barely cold. If Arl Eamon was able to intervene, perhaps it would not have gone this far. I do not care who takes the throne. Only fools fight over who owns a cottage while it burns down around them.
What are you going to tell me about the imprisoned Canary?
I was there at the farmhold. The beast stood there, wet with the blood of the children. He didn't even deny slaughtering them. The revered mother ordered him caged. She has more mercy than I do. But perhaps she is right, and the Maker has love for all his creations, even the Canary.
Is there any way he could be released?
You can ask the revered mother. I say let him rot until the Darkspawn claim him.
I should go.
Travel safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
Who? I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donnell? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Very nearly, Sir Donnell. May I introduce my fellow Grey Warden? We are the last two in Ferelden, as far as I know.
Terrible news indeed. But I'm glad to meet you, good sir. Might I know your name?
You can call me Ansgar.
I trust you are staying discreet, with the bounty placed on your heads.
We've heard Loghain's accusations, but he's the one who betrayed the king.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Loghain straight soon enough.
So you're here looking for the Urn of Sacred Ashes, then?
I am indeed. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
Shouldn't you be fleeing the Darkspawn like most of you humans do?
My mission takes priority, but I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my efforts.
So your quest for the ashes brought you here?
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact, but my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
I was hoping to meet Arl Eamon, in fact.
Why is that, if I may ask?
Need his help against Tern Loghain.
I see. The Arl is a popular man, it's true. Tern Loghain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tern has done or not done, the Arl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern.
You think Loghain is involved with the Arl's illness?
The Arl fell ill before the king died. But what if Loghain planned that too? Oh, such thoughts do not sit well with me.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
Tell me more about this Urn of Sacred Ashes.
Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this.
We dwarves don't learn much about your religion.
If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. I intend to return to Redcliffe soon and tell the Arlessa exactly that, once Sir Henrik arrives.
Who's Sir Henrik?
My fellow knight and travelling companion. He is delayed, though.
Ah, your friend Sir Henrik is dead. I have something of his.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
I dealt with the bandits that killed him.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
I should go.
With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, good sir. You have been most helpful.
And when the Maker spoke, chant of light gathered.
All famille.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings. Will you be making a donation to the Chantry? Our need has never been greater.
Tithe to the Chantry? Are you joking?
A great number of people could be fed and clothed for a fraction of your finery.
I have iron armor on.
But you must do as your heart wills. What can I do for you, then?
I want to talk about Sten, the Canary you imprisoned.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you?
I want him freed. I might have use for him.
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I suppose that's a no.
I'm glad we're in agreement.
No, we're not. Priests.
Now, if there is nothing else...
She gets up again.
We have already discussed this, and I told you I would not release the creature.
Go walking around. In with the key to Sten's cage. Now.
Now we threaten priests. How fun!
What? Stop that! How dare you!
Whoa, whoa. Let's not go crazy here.
What is the meaning of this? Why are you with such a man, Leliana?
I'm so sorry, Your Reverence. But we are doing the Maker's work. Please, trust me when I say this.
I see. Then here is the key to the Canary's cage. Take it and be gone. In the future, I would advise you to choose your companions more carefully.
Yes, Your Reverence. Thank you. We will leave you in peace now.
And when the chant spreads across all four corners of the world, let it rise at last to the ears of the Maker.
Rise at last to the ears of the Maker.
All right, all right.
Phew, I've seen the game crash a lot when you're coming out of here. I don't know why.
They say your mother is Flemeth, a witch of the Kukari Wilds.
They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true. But sometimes they are right, and they are right in this.
You know the stories about...
Of course. You think my mother would let me go without telling me all the stories of her youth?
My mother told me stories too. She was the one who kindled my love of the old tales and legends.
My mother's stories curdled my blood and haunted my dreams. No little girl wants to hear about the wilder men her mother took to her bed, using them till they were spent, then killing them. No little girl wants to be told that this is also expected of her once she comes of age.
I see.
No, you don't. You really don't.
That's one thing I don't like about fantasy characters when they act like that sometimes. Like, I've had such a bad past, you have no idea. No, you don't understand. You can't understand. Oh, fuck off.
You wish something more of me?
I could end it for you now if you prefer.
My preference is death in battle. Failing that, I will wait for the Darkspawn.
I have the key to your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
No, she agreed to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
Very well. How can you help us exactly?
I have spent my life in the Vanguard. I know war, and your lands need all the help they can get.
Very well, I'll let you out.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
I guess that'll do.
May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Yeah, I'm not taking him right now because, you know...
Of all the...
I'm not taking him right now because, in the story he's weak. You know, like he's just been in that cage for so long.
I am your...
I think that they're just magnetized towards these enemies. My health go back up.
Strike at me if you dare. You're gonna regret this.
Begin the onslaught.
Can I get you a ladder?
Oh, that's a loaded question. Andromeda's the worst Mass Effect game by a long way. And it's very left-wing. It's very left-leaning, unfortunately. It has a lot of politics in it. What else? Most of its bugs are now ironed out, although they're still there. Their animations are still janky as fuck, and the facial animations are still horrible. Voice acting isn't anywhere near as good as any other BioWare game. It's easily the worst, but the combat in that game is the best BioWare have ever produced. So, pretty generic story too. Uninspired villains. Well, it's a BioWare game, technically, and it technically has romances in it. It technically has some cool character moments in it. Right? This way, I'm a huge Mass Effect fan, and I've played through Andromeda once. So, I guess that shows you all you need to know.
Can I get...
Okay, done with you now.
We are victorious again.
All right, all right.
I'm not saying you shouldn't play it. Absolutely not. It could be good, but I personally not huge on it. Again, I've only ever played it the once though, so it might have gotten better. I played it when it came out. Wasn't that impressed. More people here to kill.
Now's better than later.
I am your death.
I'll get him.
Well, it's technically free on Game Pass now. So, you know, it might be cool.
Make this quick. Maker's breath.
As you like.
Nice.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
The cool shit. I've never watched the Kingdom Korean TV show, no. What's it about?
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Yeah, pay me. Yep. And bears attack. Right, let's go kill a bear. This is essentially free money, which is why I'm doing it. The last Korean film I saw was Old Boy. I think that was the last one I saw. Everyone's seen that.
Another battle I
All them deaded. Now this is the boy who we told to beat it. His mother. That's the thing I really like about the game, is that even though we told the boy to beat it, which is an evil action, by completing these quests, because Ansgar wants to make some money before he heads out on the road, we're actually doing something nice for him, you know?
You're gonna regret this!
Are there more bears or something? Zombie apocalypse in medieval. That's amazing. That's an amazing concept. We're going to do something similar for role-playing at one stage for the Band of Blades thing. That's kind of like that. Kind of similar. Raging horde of undead. My god, I've got 35 strength already. Ridiculous. Probably do some more contribution, actually. Berserker. Yeah, you're done with loathering now. Almost.
The path of righteousness is full of hardship, but the Maker smiles upon its travelers.
Yeah, pay me.
And the stars stood still.
Pay me.
All was silent in prayer.
Pay me. 50 silver. Fuck yourself. Get no more from me. Speaking of samurai, I just finished Ghost of Tsushima last night. Pretty good. Really good. Recommend it.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Kalen, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Really?
All right, all right.
One guy here without a weapon.
Yeah, that's right. What did I tell you?
Don't bother looting them, they're peasants.
Are we done with this place? It may not be here later should we leave now.
We're good.
Someone help us!
Yeah.
I never liked this part.
Let's think of one! And stay down!
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
Just how obliged, exactly.
You want a reward, eh? I suppose that's an entirely reasonable request. How does 100 silver sound? I was going to use that to fix up the cart, but quite frankly, I'll be grateful enough that my son and I come out of this with our heads.
Ugh, keep your money, I don't need it. Hello, dwarf.
Then I suppose we're doubly fortunate, aren't we? The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
I know you want to travel with the Grey Warden.
Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offence, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
I was hoping you would say something about me being a dwarf. It sucks.
Bad dreams, huh?
Must have been something I ate.
Drank more like, as in the tainted blood, remember? You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
Why didn't Duncan just tell everyone that?
He did. He said he felt the Archdemon's presence. Everyone just assumed he was guessing. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me, too.
Any other surprises I should know about?
Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
Right. Awesome. Well, I guess that'll do for now. Cheers for watching, guys. Especially if you stayed with me till the end. I will be back on tomorrow. We'll do a little bit more of this.